What is going on, guys? It's Burger Productions coming back with you in another video, and today I am bringing you another Axis and Allies video. I know it's like the third one in a row, but I kind of need a video upload, and I really honestly didn't have anything. You guys might be like, oh, what about a city update? I have honestly not touched my city update on my city, and I haven't done really anything with the mock. I really kind of slacked off. But, so yeah, I'm going to bring you kind of an Axis and Allies strategy. Because I love strategic games. And I think they're a lot of fun. So, I'll share some of my tips with you guys. If you want to know how to play this game, leave, like this video and comment. But I was going to try to actually play World of Tanks on my laptop and record it. But that did not go so well, as you see in this clip.
Again? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, okay, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm frozen in the game. Oh, come on. Fuck this shit. I'm not recording a video. My PC's crap.
So, as you saw in that clip, I don't know what, my whole computer just froze, and, I got really angry, and I didn't want to try it again. That's honestly the third time. So I decided, let me just, bring you kind of a 3D World of Tanks, or where it's actually in real life. So what you see here is just a basic map setup right now. It's a little kind of an unfair map advantage, but we'll work with it. So basically, the first thing to kind of winning the game is knowing your map. Now I'm taking off my tripod. When I mean knowing the map, I mean like knowing where is cover, where's the city. If you're playing an objective game, where's the objective, and just where's the enemy at. So right now, one of the most strategic places of this map, as you can see, there's a town down here, and there's just kind of open lands up there. Now you might be thinking, oh, the town's obviously a more strategic place. Not exactly. Now what I mean by not exactly is that sometimes you have big artillery pieces, such like this guy. So this guy is a big, heavy, powerful artillery guy. And now what's kind of bad about him, I guess, is that he really can't move. He can't move at all. He kind of sits in place. So with this guy, if you pick, let's say you pick this downstairs area, you have such a line of sight, such little line of sight now. The only place you can put him is really at the edge of the map there, and you only get one shot there. Otherwise, it's a very poor location. So, if you go to the other side of the map, I'm zoom in. This is actually a very strategic location for this kind of artillery. So this kind of artillery, it's long range. So you can place it. You can place it here, and now you have like this whole. You literally have this whole area covered. Or you can place it here. You have this whole area and this whole area. So really, you gotta know your map and your pieces. And that goes on to my number 2. You have to know your pieces, and that goes by the enemy. There's no reason at all to keep your cards a secret. That just doesn't make the game fun. There's no rule where you don't tell any. Sorry guys, you don't tell anybody your cards. No. Now you might mean like, why would I need to know the cards? Well, let's take a look at this card. So this is a German. I don't know what country this is, but it's an assault gun. It's a pretty good assault gun, 8, and 7 against tanks. Now, what I mean by you want to know your cards, look at the defense. It's 5 in the front and 3 in the back, which means basically you want to hit it from the back. So you got to try to get behind that vehicle, and it can't turn. So that's again, know your vehicles. So that's definitely strategic nip number 2. So number 1 would be know your map. Number 2 would be know your vehicles. And those two kind of correspond with each other. Now, number 3 can be a little hard for you guys, but basically is try to set a trap. Now what I mean, let me show you an example. Right, hold on. I'm just going to set up a quick example here. Move the camera up close. Alright. I just did, just a quick little setup. But here we go. I'll just point out the pieces right now. This is the enemy, and these are, the allies. Or Axis and allies, depends on what you are. But basically, remember, this guy is the same guy that the card I showed you before, who has the weak back and the strong front. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually fishing him out. Now this guy, the big tank, also has a weak back. So what I'm going to do is turn around and kind of fish him out. And even you can take your other tank and just go out. So he thinks, this guy's not that strong, let me just move in here. Now, what you can do is move this guy in, move this guy in. Now you got two vehicles on the behind. And both of those you roll 3 dice. It's not your best chances, but if these are the only vehicles you have, you still have very good chances of damaging, disrupting, and maybe even killing it. So, like right there, I just set a trap for him. I'm basically that guy's dead. I'll be right back. Alright, so guys, I'm back. But yeah, so setting a trap is always a good strategic strategy. So, remember, I'll just keep repeating this. Number 1 is know your map. Number 2 is know your pieces. Number 3 is try to set a trap. Now, obviously, your trap won't work all the time. Some people are smarter than that. But just, you gotta keep trying to set traps. Even, I showed you this guy before. This guy has heavy artillery. So even if you give up a big vehicle, so let's say you kind of trick him to follow you out here. Just make sure in your view. So you trick him to get your vehicles out there. So even if you might give up, let's switch these. Even if you might give up a really nice tank, sometimes it's worth it. And that goes again, know your enemy pieces. Obviously, if you're versing that big artillery, the black dot at the top of your screen, you gotta stay out of range of that guy. I played a game with him once, and it was an objective game. And he had clear line of sight of the objective. So what I did was I literally sent 4 of my most powerful tanks and tank destroyers in to kill him. I did get him, but I lost 2 big tanks. But without him gone, I used my other vehicles and still won the game. So, just because you give up some of your most powerful vehicles does not mean you're out. And now that will lead me into tip number 4 for winning the game. Okay, so tip number 4 is travel in groups. And I always travel in a group. So what I do is, I'm gonna move this over. What I do is I always have basically a group of strike force. So what I usually do, I didn't do it really this time, but yeah, I'll take out my vehicles. Alright, so these are all my allied vehicles, but I don't have too many, but I'll work with it. So basically, what I have is that's not an ally. I got my powerful, well, let me just set up something quickly. Alright, so right here, the first step, I got my powerful vehicles. Usually I'll have an infantry here, but I don't want to take them out right now. But so what I do is I travel in groups. Whether usually you put your powerful vehicles together, but smaller groups. So like right there, I have 2 big tanks and a really good kind of carrier. Now honestly, someone doesn't want to, I don't think one little tank wants to just attack it. But this little guy, He's a pretty good tank, but he's not that I want to take him on. So traveling groups is a very good key. Also, my other group is what I call my quick strike force. Now these guys aren't the strongest, but they're really fast. They have about a speed of 5. So what I do is I set a trap. Back to tip number 3. So I lure them in with my powerful vehicle, so they kind of move in to take them out because they're more worried about them. What they're not thinking is defenses from behind are very weak. So what I do is basically lure my enemy in and just swoop around with my fast strike force. And now I'm all in their behind, and then I can push these guys up. Now look at that. It's a war on 2 flanks for them. They got their bottom and their front flank, and they only can... Oh, you're looking at the wrong one. But, my fault, guys. So basically, yeah, I moved my powerful unit. So these are the enemy units. Right here. I'm going to turn. Give me a second, guys. These are the enemy units right here. So basically, I moved up my strong battalion over here. And my fast battalion over here. And now I got a big... I flanked them on both sides. So, and... You know, those are 2 powerful vehicles, but against that many vehicles, power in numbers, baby. You got the definite victory. You might lose one of your tanks, but that's okay. As long as you don't lose too many casualties too fast. And so that's tip number 5 is to have strike battalions. And my last tip is basically don't be afraid to retreat. And you can even use retreating as a trick. So let's say you blitz in. You blitz all your stuff and you lose too many. Let's say you lose 3 tanks, you know. You lose too many too fast. So you get out of there. So obviously, this always happens in the cases where the person who is the victor feels like he's unstoppable. So he's gonna push forward and chase after you. So what you do, so let's say I lost these 2 guys. I'm running away. I got these tanks over here, and these guys are back over there. So, they just battled right here. They battled right there, where these 2 guys are, and they lost. Allies lost. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run away with this guy, and this guy's going to get out of here. He's going to get behind cover there. Now, he obviously can't move that fast, but I'll just kind of give you an example. See, these guys are going to move right behind. Right there. And now, again, I got another strike battalion. Ready just to swoop in to help. Again, vehicles are weak. They don't really see it, but they're so on their high horse. Oh, we just beat some of their best vehicles that they're going to go after you. And sometimes they're blind. Now, obviously, this is not all the case if you're versing a really strategic person. But this really kind of helps. So I really hope this video kind of helps you guys with strategicness. If you're wondering what happened to my artillery, I usually put artillery in the back. I use them more as cover, like if I need to retreat and everything. But basically, I don't use artillery. I know that might be weird to some of you, but I don't like artillery. They move too slow, and they're just not as powerful. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. So just try not to forget these steps. You know, honestly, another step is know your player. So know your player, know your map, know your pieces. Try to set up a trap, and try to group people. And again, it's okay if you need to retreat, and you can use retreating in your favor, as I showed you right there. Now, will this happen in all the cases where he's gonna fall into all your traps? Of course not. But eventually, if you keep setting trap after trap, he's gonna fall for one. You just can't miss. No one's gonna get every single trap you set. It's almost humanly impossible. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want me to do other games like Monopoly and stuff like that, I can help you out with the strategic strategy. Also, the board game Axis and Allies. This is Axis and Allies miniatures, but the board game Axis and Allies, I have a lot of strategies for that too. So if you want to see more of these videos, which I'll probably do, leave a comment on the game. And if I know it enough, I will help you. But if I don't know enough the game, I don't feel like I should help you because I don't know it enough. Alright, so guys, have a nice night. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and peace out.